I think like I want to go back for 1 second to that last Monday or this, a week from when this show comes out, because the day before the bond market broke, kind of, there was a story that you wrote about, which is that there was a weird tweet sent off by Walter Bloomberg, our favorite account on X, the everything app, which if you're not on X, I don't begrudge you, but Walter Bloomberg is a kind of like anonymous news aggregator account.
Yeah.
Like breaking news feed.
Yeah.
And he tweeted something out that started to then pump the market completely.
Yeah, that was wild too. Oh my God. So Walter Bloomberg, who owns Bloomberg, the owner
People
of
think
Bloomberg
it's Michael,
LP,
but it's really just it's a cousin.
All Walter. I don't even know if it's like one guy or if it's many guys.
I assume
or like
it's many people. Who knows?
Yeah, I think I'm getting Zero Hedge vibes, but like a little
He's
less.
a little less ideological.
Yeah.
But if he starts really tweeting about,
We'll have to see.
There's a guy in the picture.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
But
that's
we
Walter
don't-
Bloomberg. But so he tweeted out, he said it was like, in the sort of Bloomberg terminal type style, house style of like Hassett, meaning talking about White House advisor. Hassett says, Trump is considering a 90-day pause on tariffs except for China. And it's crazy because so that was right before that came out. The stock market started to move. It was completely dumping. Stocks were dumping. Everyone was freaking out. And then I was watching it live on CNBC. And I watched as the S&P started to just like go parabolic, as they like to say. And the hosts of CNBC were looking at it and they're like, oh, what's the headline? Like something is moving. And then I have my computer there because I got all my screens going. And I see Walter Bloomberg's tweet. And so I'm like kind of waiting for it all to make sense. And the market completely responded to something before the news even broke, right? Am I saying that correctly?
Yeah, no, that was insane because it started moving. Everyone was like, what was that headline? And so I'll confess, I have completely fallen down a rabbit hole on this. That has taken up like a day and a half of my life. And the earliest thing in public that anyone could point to is like, oh, well, Walter Bloomberg made up a headline about tariffs being paused on China, or not on China, about tariffs being paused for 90 days, except for China. And so no one could actually find, like, I think the administration themselves said later, like, oh, no, that was fake news.
Yes.
Nobody said anything like that. We have no idea what you're talking about.
And
then the market immediately crashed right back down to where it was. But it's weird because, like, this is an account that just, like, copies and pastes tweets.
I always assumed it was coming from a terminal.
I thought it was a bot.
Yeah.
Ladies, if I may interrupt, I use sometimes, in the course of the show, I use PimEyes, like the AI search tool. And I got to be honest, I have found a lot of people's like, oh, damn. I particularly one enemy who, executive director of a large Zionist organization in the U.S. that I've been very focused on. But for Walter Bloomberg, I've never seen anything like this.
Oh, man.
There's hundreds of identical Walter Bloombergs that come up as similar images and nothing else. I mean, his profile picture, which appears to be a rather white-looking man in a short hair, is this guy even real?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I saw somewhere that he was like that it's a picture of a Eastern European guy who's a model or something. Like it was just
like
some
a stock
random picture.
image or
Yeah, some random picture. And so I kind of want to know like who's running it. It says it's in Switzerland, and that's kind of what we know. But it is weird again because like if you're like a bot account that just tweets out things from the terminal, like why, I don't know, That would take like a lot of planning and a lot of time. And also, you can tell that when they came out and said that wasn't happening, he like quote tweeted it and was like, wait, what?
Yeah.
Like, that's not, you would just disappear
He
if you were
didn't seem
like,
to
all
know.
right, let me.
Now, the reason we bring this up in the story because we didn't mention that right before all of this happened, a lot of people went and looked back. The volume of call options increased immediately. Like, so many people started piling in, buying end of day expiry or long dated expiry call options on the S&P, and a lot of people made a lot of fucking money betting on the market to pop, and then it did on a fake headline.
Yes. And from the reporting that I did find out that a bunch of bank trading desks were sending that headline around before Walter Bloomberg actually republished it.
So wait, everyone hates this guy now.
Walter's fine. It's
Walter
not Walter's
Bloomberg-
fault. He's a patsy. Walter's a patsy.
This is incredible to me because I really respect this guy for having a large online profile by basically just repeating headlines that other people do.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good hustle, I think. Also, I don't know why doesn't Bloomberg just have like a Newswire headline? And I actually kind of thought like maybe it was just a Newswire's like AI experiment gone wrong or something.